gonna make a little run up. What we have is this beautiful surface here, but it ends, and this gets pretty crunchy. Some of these deeper cracks may be fixable, but for the most part, it's the land shifting and cracking those. You can fill them in, but just expect it to crack eventually. You can mix with that margin trowel, sweep with the broom, give yourself a leaf blower and a little drill for mixing. What you're gonna need, gotta get a quick-crete vinyl patcher, a sponge for smoothing, and a trowel for laying it down. The concrete adhesive, just about any brand will do. You can mix in one of these buckets. Sometimes they tend to blow out with the power tools, so I really like this. That's it for supplies. Nothing's gonna stick to dust. I get a broom in there. The more you can get out, the better it's gonna stick. Kind of marked out the area. We'll see how much we get covered with one bag. If you've watched any of my videos, you should know water first. Get a good layer on the bottom of your bucket. This product is not fast setting. You don't need to mix a lot at once. Make manageable little loads. I don't know if you can see this, but it's always a good idea to hold your breath when you're pouring a bag in there. Looking like a melted frosty. So we're gonna add some more. We're trying to get to mashed potato consistency. As you can see, it's got a little life in it still. You know, it doesn't need to be wet and just pour in and spread out. It's good to put it where you want it. Getting some gloves on. There's not a lot of heavy aggregate in this product. I'm choosing just these rubber gloves to apply. First, like to wet the area, kind of wet down. Get a standing puddle, kind of spread it out a little, or mop it up with your sponge. So you can see there's a little wet spot. Let's put the glue in. It's kind of like the water. You're just gonna put it around where you hope this stuff will stay. A little water in there is okay. Make it a little slurry. As the blacktop underneath, as it dries, it's gonna pull the moisture down into it, and with it, the glue, and with that, the vinyl patcher. That same wet spot is glued. Now, I could just reach in here with my hands and scoop this stuff out, but since I have tools out, don't worry about a perfect finish. Just glide over the rocks. You feel all the rocks under there that are part of the asphalt, and let that be your guide. Don't press too hard. And we can come back and clean this up. It's time for water and then glue, and we're just gonna see how far we can push this bag. I like to put on old skate shoes. I always have a pair, so I'm not messing up my good skate shoes. Just a tip from me to you. Just getting a little bit of it everywhere. And for any high spots like this, that's just a bunch of material. It can be spread out other places. My trowel's jumping around on me. Don't worry about it too much. Rocks will make you bounce. Take those out. That's a little better than the rough asphalt. From what I've seen over time, the cracks will come back. Chatter is what that's called. A little sponge tech gets rid of the chatter, fills in some of the holes. No one ever really talks about the broom finish. 99% of your sidewalks and driveways have a broom finish. So instead of having weird chatter from my tool or weird sponge marks that cleaned out the chatter, give it a nice little broom finish like the city would do. Ever so light. You want the material to build up, you gotta shake out your broom once in a while or else it doesn't quite work. Everything one direction. Set up a perimeter, hope for the best. Go home, eat some dinner. The last rule of concrete: anytime you think you got enough, buy an extra bag.